Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna be doing a rant video. No, I got no special intro and all that stuff. Gaming as we know it, I think it's dead. Gaming is dead. Gaming for the average working class member, the average consumer, is dead. There's no turning back, and there's just nothing we can do with this until like serious fucking change is done. And I mean, like, people, say crazy shit and they back it up. That's basically what needs to be happening. So what I'm gonna do with this video is just probably go on a long ramble. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, nor do I care. And I want to just talk about the topics about certain stuff within gaming. What we're gonna start off with is, I would say, the biggest thing that happened is GTA 6. So if you do not know, GTA 6 pre-orders are now live as of today. That means you can go pre-order GTA 6 right now on the Xbox Store, PlayStation Store, and every other major retail. It's $80, which I'm not surprised by it. It being $80, I have a feeling it was going to be $80. And then the quote-unquote Ultimate Edition is $100. The biggest problem I have with this is not really much so the price, because it's what I expected. I expected GTA 6 to be $80, but that's not even the worst part. So in the Ultimate Edition of GTA 6, they're locking content that would have been in the base game if you already oh my god, they are locking content that would have been in the base game already behind the $100 paywall, meaning if you want the true and full GTA 6 experience, you have to spend $100. So, and that probably means that, in my opinion, Rockstar was 1,000% going to charge this game at $100. They saw that Nintendo priced Mario Kart at $80 and the massive amount of backlash that they got. And I see people on Twitter of like, oh my god, where was the people that were bitching, complaining that Mario Kart World was $80? Dude, everybody, I guarantee you go on Twitter that day, everybody was dumbfounded and shocked that Mario Kart was $80. And people were furious. I mean, the chat in Nintendo live streams before the fucking, whatchamacallit, the release of the Switch 2 was saying, drop the price. People were spamming, drop the price. There was a big old backlash there. So Rockstar looking at it, at their game, thinking that they could probably get away with charging $100, realizing the backlash that they were going to get was going to be effectively way worse than Nintendo was getting with Mario Kart. So they priced it at $80, and everybody, so that way they can, lower the backlash, but lock content behind it, behind a $100 quote Ultimate Edition, which is technically the base game, and the $80 is basically the light version. Which, that's bullshit. That's fucking scummy. That is pure Rockstar scumminess. Now, I could be ranting about, the code in the box thing that physical pre-orders and physical edition was just going to be a code in the box, and that was going to be the death of physical. But Rockstar, and that, it seemingly got confirmed by Rockstar support that they will be doing a Dix version 1 month after launch. So that basically means that Rockstar, although it is scummy, it should be on the disc day one, for the record. It should be on the disc day one. But I can understand what Rockstar is trying to do. They're doing the code in the box first, so that way everybody, they can control the leaks and the dam doesn't break. And they can just open the dam naturally with controlling the servers and in collaboration with both Sony and Microsoft. That's basically what it is. And then once everybody has the game, they'll release a physical edition to probably go alongside GTA Online 2 and all that's good. Now, me personally, I would not do that. I would just have a true physical day one, but I can understand where Rockstar is getting at. Bad, but other than that. All right. And now we're going to go on to the next thing, Bungie. If you do not know, Sony has effectively decided that they are going to go with focus on Marathon and kill Destiny 2 and end Destiny 2. This got the whole Destiny community up in an uproar and rallied to play Destiny when the final update drops. And it peaked at like 170k viewers, and after that it's been averaging like around 120k players on Steam alone, which that's tremendous. That's just fucking tremendous. And you want to know how many active players Marathon has? Let's go check, because guarantee it's probably lower. Let's see here. If it would load. Oh my god, hold on. Basically, oh yeah, 5,500. 5,500. So yeah, no, it's bad. So yeah, no. We got reports that, layoffs were going to be happening at Bungie, where about, I think, half of the employees there were going to get laid off, and most of them were the Destiny team, because Sony, quote, had no intention on doing Destiny 3 and allocating like over $500 million for Destiny 3, when I guarantee you allocate that 500 million to Destiny 3 instead of all of the fucking failures that Sony has been doing with Concord, with the Fair Game. Oh, I'm sorry. Break-In. They renamed Fair Games to Break-In, with Break-In coming up, and that dog shit looking Horizon live service game. They can greenlight those, but not, give the money up to make a Destiny 3, which I guarantee if it was just Destiny 2, but they actually listened to the fucking community with interesting new gameplay features and an interesting story, people would show up and buy fucking Destiny. Because Destiny is one of those rare games where, like, it stands on its own. Destiny 2 as a live service stands on its own. Fortnite as a live service stands on its own. There are so many rare games where, like, you have a live service that could stand the test of time, and Sony just said, nope, we're not going to do it. And we're going to start laying off people, which, according to today, it has, I'll probably put up like a photo up on the screen or on the video and whatnot. Basically, half of the studio is getting gutted, which is about 400 people, mainly from the Destiny crew, and I believe some of the Marathon members are getting laid off as well. But that's not only that. The studio head, per Bloomberg, and by our favorite cuck journalist, Jason Schreier, saying that Bungie studio head Justin Sherman is stepping down. Sources tell Bloomberg News. So, Bungie is dead. It's just simply put, Bungie is dead. And I think they're going to get a sword by Sony real soon. Because Sony panic bought Bungie. Sony saw that Microsoft, which we will get to them. Oh boy, I'm going to rant about that shit real soon. But Sony saw that Microsoft was buying Activision Blizzard for like around $69 billion. And Sony fucking panicked because, they're buying Activision Blizzard, aka they're buying Call of Duty. So, as a panic move, they bought Bungie for $3.6 billion. When I think the asking price for Bungie at the time was like around $1 billion. 1.25 billion for Bungie at that time. So not only did Sony overspend, but it's this with this new fucking philosophy or mindset at Sony, where like we're going to abandon what made Sony successful, which is, and in my opinion, they're overtired. Was it the overtired third-person, over-the-shoulder movie simulator with stealth elements? But what is it? They still make money. I mean, Ghost of Yote made money. As crazy as that sounds, but they saw, was it that Microsoft was making more money on their console, and why is that? Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation 5, whatchamacallit, sold like 5 million copies in like 2 months on PlayStation, and Ghost of Yote sold like around 3 in 3 months. So that's the problem that Sony had. And so they thought, okay, we're going to be all in chasing a live service dragon that they have never really reached, in my opinion. They had that with Helldivers, but they just decided, let's force everybody to use PSN for complete and total control and give data, so that we can sell that data off for money. But it's just so fucking stupid. Most of these fucking companies outside of the indie studios are just fucking retarded. They are. What does it mean for Bungie? I think they're just going to be, I think next year they're going to be dead. Next year they're going to be, I wouldn't be shocked if Marathon shut down. I wouldn't be shocked that Destiny 2 be shut down, and we will never get a Destiny 3. Destiny 3 is going to be living in the holes of memedom next to Half-Life 3. That's what's going to happen. And it sucks, but that's gonna happen. Which brings us to the final part I just want to just completely rant about that just happened at the time of recording this like 30 minutes ago. 30 or 15 minutes ago. I think 15. Microsoft. I thought they were back. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that with Asha Sharma coming in, taking over Phil Spencer, that Xbox could potentially see a turnaround, because I feel like with Microsoft, because it's the same thing, competition is good for the industry. It simply is. I mean, what was that? A great example of competition is Intel and AMD. Intel for the longest time were the top dogs, making the best products, while AMD kept fumbling. But then Intel got fat and lazy and made bad product after bad product, which gave time for AMD to make fucking killer CPUs, slowly by surely, and then when the time was right, they struck, and they kind of won, where AMD is now the predominant CPU maker, and Intel is struggling to try to get a good CPU up and about. Now, according to this next-gen rumors, was that Intel's supposed to have a killer CPU, but that's not going to matter because AMD's new CPUs are also going to be killer, so we'll see. But once again, that's good because that is competition. And Xbox, the gaming industry kind of needs Xbox to produce and be uber competitive instead of, lying down in the dead, because it just creates for a healthier industry. And unfortunately, I think at this rate, Xbox is just dead. It's deader than dead. We got fooled, bamboozled, all that shit. And Asha Sharma, I think, is just a puppet for Satoru Nadella. Why am I saying that? Just announced today, the third price increase for Xbox consoles. No, I'm not fucking joking. So they have announced, as of today, there will be no more 2 terabyte Xbox Series X's. As of today. What was it? The Xbox Series S 512 gigabyte is getting a price increase of $100. So that means it goes from $400 to $500. The Series S 1 terabyte is going from $450 to $600. The Xbox Series X digital is going from $600 to $750. And the Xbox Series X, a console that I bought day one for in a bundle for like around $700. I want to say I got like a GameStop bundle for the Xbox Series X for like $700, thanks to my dad. The MSRP is going for $650, now up to $800 fucking dollars. $800 for a fucking Xbox. That is ridiculous. No, that is fucking ridiculous. How the fuck does a console go over in the span of launch to now, going into year 6, going into year 6, was it in year 6, entering year 7, get a price increase of over 50%? How the fuck does that happen? I know we could say, oh, it's Sam Altman. We need to, game bend Sam Altman. This is just corporate fucking greed. It really is. This is just pure corporate greed to price people the fuck out. Because and I know people are going to say, like, oh, well, this is because of the AI bubble. No, sure, but that's going to be the fucking excuse that they are going to use. Simply put, they're going to use the AI bubble as a fucking excuse, although Microsoft themselves are one of the reasons why fucking storage and RAM is fucking crazy expensive as is. They are the ones, Nvidia's the ones, and Oracle's the ones, and they're just trading money like it's a fucking cartel to keep this AI bubble alive. That's exactly what it's doing. And because of that, oh, well, we can't really get it. Motherfucker, you're Microsoft. You have the fucking money to do it. You have the fucking money to get these fucking RAM and not lose money. You can take a loss with these fucking things. But no, we gotta keep the shareholders up, right? God, gaming is at a point in time where it's becoming so unaffordable for the average consumer, and they're going to lose a fuck ton of money. They're going to. The PS6 might legitimately cost $1,500. The Xbox Helix, that shit might be $2,000. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. So at this rate, Asha Sharma needs to go. At this rate, just Xbox is just done. I don't know what they can do. They can do nothing. I think the only way that Xbox can salvage this is if they announce that they're getting spun off to become indie. That's the only fucking way. But they're not gonna fucking do that. At the current rate, I'd rather see Microsoft and Xbox get shut down. It's over. It's over, and that's all right. And it doesn't matter that Xbox is starting layoffs today. I don't really care. I mean, it's going to be a news topic there, but we are at a point in time where everything is just becoming too expensive for the average consumer. And even when we get prices down to where they should have gone, where they always have been 4 months ago, it's claimed as a win for the average consumer, when no the fuck it isn't. You started a fucking another fucking forever war in the Middle East that drove up gas prices, that drove up inflation to where it was back like what, 3 years ago or some shit. It's just the world sucks. The world sucks. I think humans were a fucking mistake. I do. Maybe I'm gonna sound so black pill here. Dinosaurus was right. If you know, you know what I mean by Dinosaurus is right. We need mass, a mass extinction level event. We do. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. There is just no turning back. And the only way that we're going to do it is we get a max extinction level event against, AI companies, dumbasses, all that shit. We need to, but nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen, right? Because The corporations know that the more people are fucking retarded as is, and more people are going to just be pouring out the money because, oh, guess what? GTA 6. You want a new console now for GTA 6? Better buy it now before we price increase it by fucking gigatons, you know? So, yeah, no. Gaming is dead. The crash is going to happen sooner or later, and the only companies that are probably going to make it out alive is the East, the devs for the East, so Japan developers, China developers, Korea developers, and indie developers. That's literally it. Everyone else is probably going to be wiped to ash within the next few years, and I can't wait for that shit. At this point, we fucking need it. We fucking need it. So that's it for this rant. I'll try to get back into video content creation here soon, but my personal life has just been uber busy in a good way. I've been working multiple jobs. I'm getting some decent money. I want YouTube to be a thing, you know, but if it ain't, oh well, you know, because I got 2 jobs. So yeah, I'm gonna post this unfiltered, no edits and whatnot. So you're just gonna be joining this raw audio with no music in the background. So hope you don't mind it. That's it for me. Thank you all for watching this ramble. Like it and subscribe to the channel. That's it. Bye bye.